Hey everyone, today I'm diving into one of the most harrowing encounters with nature's raw power. Picture this. It's August 2011 and a group of university students are on what should have been a thrilling adventure in the remote Arctic archipelago of Svalbard. Imagine waking up in the Arctic wilderness only to find yourself face to face with one of nature's most fearsome predators. On this day, a polar bear on the brink of starvation launched a deadly attack on a group of university students. One life was tragically lost, 4 others were left fighting for survival, and the encounter ended with a single shot. This is the chilling story of the Svalbard polar bear attack, or Pause 3S. Welcome back to Savage Tales, Animal Encounters, where we dive deep into the most thrilling, terrifying, and unbelievable stories of humans coming face to face with nature's wildest creatures. If you're passionate about wildlife, fascinated by the raw power of animals, or just love a good adrenaline rush, you're in the right place. Today we're unraveling the heart-pounding story of the 2011 Svalbard polar bear attack, a harrowing encounter between a group of university students and a starving polar bear in the icy wilderness of the Arctic. One life was lost, others were left scarred for life, and the ordeal ended with a single fatal shot. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our upcoming animal encounter stories. Trust me, you won't want to miss the terrifying details of this polar bear attack. In the vast, frozen wilderness of Svalbard, a group of 13 university students embarked on what was meant to be the adventure of a lifetime, a summer expedition organized by the British Schools Exploring Society. Nestled near the Von Post Glacier, they were 25 miles from the nearest settlement, Longyearbyen, surrounded by the stark beauty of the Arctic. But the serenity of the landscape would soon give way to terror. On the morning of August 5, 2011, a starving, emaciated polar bear stumbled upon their camp. Desperation drove the bear to attack, resulting in a horrific tragedy. 17-year-old Horatio Chapple, a former Eton College student, lost his life in the attack while 4 others were gravely injured, their lives forever changed by the encounter. As chaos unfolded, expedition leader Michael "Spike" Reed, despite suffering severe head and facial injuries, managed to shoot and kill the bear, ending the rampage. The group was evacuated to Tromsø on mainland Norway for emergency treatment, and the expedition was abruptly cut short. What was meant to be a journey of discovery and exploration turned into a nightmare, leaving behind a haunting reminder of the unforgiving power of nature. In the aftermath of the tragic 2011 Svalbard polar bear attack, chilling details emerged that painted a picture of what went wrong and what could have been done to prevent it. The 13 students on the expedition, led by the British Schools Exploring Society, were camped near the Von Post Glacier when the emaciated polar bear launched its fatal attack, killing 17-year-old Horatio Chapple and injuring 4 others. But as the investigation unfolded, it became clear that this tragedy might have been avoided. On the night of the attack, dense fog cloaked the camp, leading the organizers to skip assigning a night watchman, a crucial oversight. During the chaos, their gun failed to fire 4 times due to its safety catch being engaged, a heartbreaking failure when every second counted. Despite being equipped with tripwires meant to trigger deterrent explosives, the system failed, leaving the students defenseless. The local authorities, the Sysselmann, require detailed risk assessments for such expeditions, which must be approved beforehand. However, the inquiry into the attack revealed that while the expedition met the legal requirements, it lacked essential precautions that could have saved lives. In March 2012, Norwegian investigators ruled that the tragedy might have been prevented if the group had stayed in cabins rather than tents, though no legal action was taken against the expedition leaders. In the wake of this tragedy, Horatio Chapple's parents channeled their grief into a powerful legacy, launching the charity initiative Horatio's Garden in his memory. The charity has since built 6 therapeutic gardens and spinal injury centres across the UK, offering a place of healing and peace with more gardens in development. This story is a sobering reminder of the critical importance of safety and preparedness in the wild, and the enduring impact of one young life lost too soon. The BSES said the injured were trip leaders Michael Reed, 29, and Andrew Ruck, 27 of Aberdeen, plus Patrick Flinders, 16 of Jersey, and Scott Smith, 17 of Cornwall. The first account of the attack came from Flinders' father, Terry. The bear got into the tent where Patrick was with two friends, and he just, for some reason, grabbed hold of the other boy and just killed him. He told ITV Channel Television. There were three of them in a tent, and I don't really know too much why he chose the other boy. Perhaps he was the closest one. If he looked at Patrick, he was the chubbiest one. He probably had more meat on him, bless him. Patrick, I think, was probably in the middle because he grabbed hold of his head next, and then his arm. And I don't know how Patrick got out, to be honest. Unless it was when the guy came in and shot the bear, and maybe that's how Patrick got away with it, because they actually shot the polar bear, but the young lad was already dead. Flinders said a warning tripwire system used to scare off polar bears by triggering a flare had failed to activate. This time it didn't happen apparently, and one of the other chaps came out with a rifle and tried to kill the polar bear and didn't do it, he said. And then the leader tried to kill the polar bear, but just before he killed him, apparently, the bear mauled him, and he's really, really bad. Edward Watson, chairman of the BSES, said, Horatio was a fine young man who wanted to go on to read medicine after school. By all accounts, he would have made an excellent doctor. We and the Norwegian authorities are currently establishing the full circumstances of his tragic death, and will not be releasing this until we have discussed this fully with the family. BSES Expeditions, now known as British Exploring Society, has been moulding young explorers for nearly a century. Founded by visionary explorers, the charity is dedicated to providing life-changing expeditions for young people, helping them develop leadership skills, resilience, and a deep connection with nature. Their Arctic expeditions are some of the most challenging and rewarding experiences they offer, taking participants to the extreme environments of Svalbard, a place where survival is not just a skill, but an instinct. The adventure starts long before boots hit the snow. Participants undergo rigorous training in the UK, learning essential survival skills, Arctic navigation, and how to handle the unpredictable weather conditions of the high north. With their gear packed and spirits high, the team departs from London, flying north to Svalbard, an archipelago within the Arctic Circle. Here, the real challenge begins. For 5 weeks, these young explorers live on the edge of the world, surrounded by endless ice, towering glaciers, and the ever-present threat of polar bears. The Arctic is a land of extremes, endless daylight in summer, freezing temperatures, and harsh winds. The expedition is divided into several phases, each designed to push the limits of physical and mental endurance. Participants engage in scientific research, wildlife observation, and environmental monitoring, all while navigating treacherous terrains. They learn to set up camp on snow and ice, melt snow for water, and cook meals in sub-zero temperatures. But it's not just about survival, it's about thriving in an environment where few dare to tread. By the end of the 5-week journey, these young explorers are no longer the same people who set out from London. They've faced their fears, pushed their limits, and learned to rely on each other in one of the harshest environments on Earth. The Arctic expedition isn't just a physical journey, it's a profound personal transformation. Participants return home with newfound confidence, leadership skills, and a deep respect for the natural world. For many, this experience sparks a lifelong passion for exploration and conservation. In the remote and icy wilderness of Svalbard, where the Arctic meets civilization, one rule is made crystal clear to all who visit. If you venture beyond the safety of Longyearbyen, you must carry a loaded rifle and know how to use it. This stark warning is not just for show, it's a matter of survival in a place where polar bears roam, ever present and potentially deadly. From the 17th and 18th centuries, when Svalbard was a whaling base, to its more recent history of coal mining and tourism, the archipelago has always been a frontier where humans and polar bears collide. But as recent events have tragically proven, the danger is only growing, with the rise in tourism and shrinking ice making it harder for polar bears to hunt their natural prey, seals. These majestic predators are being forced closer to human settlements in search of food. Spitsbergen, the largest island in the archipelago, is seeing thinner ice that breaks up earlier in the year, leaving bears hungry and desperate. Some have been found malnourished, driven to swim longer distances and take greater risks just to survive. As more visitors encroach on the bear's territory, the threat intensifies. The story of a British adventurer's death is a chilling reminder of the fragile balance between humans and nature in one of the world's last great wildernesses. This is the reality of Svalbard, a place of breathtaking beauty, where the line between life and death is as thin as the ice itself. Thanks for joining us on this chilling journey into the heart of Svalbard, where the clash between humans and polar bears serves as a powerful reminder of nature's untamed forces. As we've seen, survival in this Arctic wilderness is never guaranteed, and the balance between man and beast is as precarious as ever. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to stick around for more spine-tingling tales of animal encounters here on Savage Tales. Animal encounters, from predator confrontations to unexpected wildlife encounters, we've got plenty more wild adventures coming your way. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a moment of the action. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and remember, nature always has the final word.